Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we will present a new lesson. It's a synchronous period. Today we will deal with exercises on workbook page 4 and 5 in Unit 1, which is entitled In the Law. The first question is, why do you think it's important to have laws? Why is law important? For sure, law is important to protect people's rights and to keep the society safe and secure. How can we make the law work effectively? How can we make effective laws? Law can be effective or can work effectively by imposing penalties on criminals and by imposing laws on all people equally. Hackers break into car computers. So the word break into means that there is someone who wants to enter something or building, office, houses by force, entering by force. We have two handbags. Which is real and which is fake? Fake is opposite of real. The one on the left is fake, but the one on the right is real.
Fake.
Fake means not real. Can you see a person wearing the suit, or the suit is standing alone? We can't see the person. The person is invisible. The person can't be seen. So he is invisible.
Invisible.
A criminal who is using technology is called a technocriminal. Technocriminal is the person who is using technology to commit a crime. He is called technocriminal.
Technocriminal.
This paper doesn't have any value or importance. It is not important, so we can say it's worthless, it's valueless, wordless.
Worthless.
Worthless, not important. This man tries to deceive or trick someone to take money in a way which is against the law. He is fraud. He is fraud.
Fraud.
The person who is not what he or she pretends to be is fraud.
Fraud.
We should protect ourselves from technocriminals. We should protect our identity details against identity theft. Identity theft.
Identity theft.
Let's revise the new words. Break into, fake, invisible, technocriminal, worthless. Now let's go to our workbook, page 4. Read new crimes and answer these questions. Question A. What examples of old and new crimes does the writer give? B. Why do criminals use the internet to communicate with each other? It's time for reading to answer the questions. After reading, we will check our answers. Question A. What examples of old and new crimes does the writer give? One of the new crimes is called identity theft. Theft or fraud. Why do criminals use the internet to communicate with each other? They use internet to pass on confidential information or to plan crimes. So, techno-criminals use internet to pass confidential or secret information and to plan crimes. They are invisible. It's easy for them to plan their crimes without being seen. To access to millions of people worldwide, who they may persuade to pay for something worthless or to support a fake charity organizations. Now, let's read. The new crimes. We have some new crimes like computer crimes, identity theft, theft or fraud. Technological criminals may get into computer systems to find out confidential information and use this to make money. Unfortunately, computer crimes are often more difficult to solve than traditional crimes because the criminals are invisible and their actions may be impossible to prove. It can also be difficult to prosecute a computer criminal successfully because usually nothing is actually physically stolen or damaged. The computer crimes are on increase because of the increase in the number of ordinary people who use internet websites to buy things, to book holidays, or to access their bank accounts in order to transfer money or pay bills. This new type of business has attracted techno-criminals who may order goods and services without paying or break into the computer systems of businesses or financial organizations and either move money to their own account or send viruses which can seriously damage computers and the information they contain. These viruses can affect millions of people worldwide. Computers with internet connections can also be used more safely by criminals than face-to-face meetings or telephone conversations to pass on confidential information or to plan crimes. In addition to this, computers allow criminals access to millions of people worldwide who they may persuade to pay for something worthless or to support a fake charity organization. Now, let's go to exercise number 2. Read the first halves of the sentences and try to complete them with the second halves from 1 to 5. A. Criminal may make money. Let's take an example. Criminals may make money by using confidential information, or if viruses are left, or makes it more difficult, not as secure as, safer than telephone conversations. Who can answer? Criminals may make money, yes, by using confidential information they have found on a computer through identity theft and through getting the personal details of anyone they can break into his account and get his information to steal his money. B. The fact that actual things are not stolen by computer criminals. Nothing physically stolen by computer criminals, so it's very difficult to track them. 3. Makes it more difficult for police to prosecute them successfully. C. Many people all over the world can be affected. In what way? If viruses are left on computers. For criminals who wanted to plan a crime using the internet is, I think, number 5, safer than telephone conversations. In exercise number 3, we have some words and we have some definitions or meanings. So we will match the word with its correct meaning. Confidential, sure, means secret or private. Secret or private. Confidential. Number 4. Fake, not real. Fake, number 6, not real. Identity theft. I think it's a crime of stealing someone's personal details. Number 2, yes. Prosecute, to discover who commits a crime. Solve a crime, you know the convict, to accuse someone of a crime and try to prove it in a law court. Transfer means to move from one place to another. In exercise number 4, he asks us to complete these sentences with words or phrases from the article we have just read. A is a computer crime which uses a person's information, usually for financial gain. Let's start. Is a computer crime which uses a person's information, usually for financial gain. It's called identity theft. B. It's difficult to indict computer criminals because it's difficult to indict computer to track the computer criminals because they are invisible. The increasing use of internet websites is one of the factors which are causing the technological criminals or techno-criminals. D. Techno-criminals are able to fabricate or even get people to pay. To fabricate what? To fabricate a fake charity organization or even get people to pay bills. Exercise number 5 is very important. Answer the following questions. Why is computer crime on the increase? B. What makes a computer crime more difficult to solve than traditional crime? C. Is there any law in Kuwait that protects internet users from computer crimes? Why is computer crime on the increase? That's because many people use the internet websites to buy things, book holidays, or access their bank accounts in order to transfer money or pay things. B. What makes computer crime more difficult to solve than traditional one? I think because techno-criminals are invisible. Besides, their actions may be impossible to prove or we can't track them easily like the traditional criminals. It can also be difficult to prosecute a computer criminal successfully because usually nothing is actually physically stolen or damaged. C. Is there any law in Kuwait that protects internet users from computer crimes? Yes, Kuwait has a code of laws and many types of courts to ensure justice and safety for everyone. Now it's time to come to exercise number 6. Complete each of sentence beginnings with their correct ending. You will choose the best ending for each sentence. Computer criminals access confidential information too, to know more about the people involved, to modify it to their own advantage, to make money. Let's get started. Number 1, to get money, to make money. The pronoun this in line 24 refers to. We have to come back to the article, line 24, and look for the pronoun this. Then we should determine what does it refer to. This here refers to computers with internet connections being used by criminals. Number 3, computer crimes are very difficult to solve because I think criminals are invisible. On page 6 in our workbook, we have exercise number 1, matching the word with its definition. Each word here has two meanings. We have the word property. The word property can be possessions of someone and can be, as we see, property. It can be possessions of someone, property, and it can be, number 3 and 6, a building or piece of land or both together. Court, it can be the place where people gather with judges to judge in a case. It's a court, or it can be a tennis court. So it gets the meaning in 5 and 7. Place where people play tennis or squash, and where a judge listens to evidence about crimes. Fine, when we say the weather is fine, fine here is good, is lovely. And we have fine when it is a sum of money we should or have to pay. So fine can be definition number 1, money paid as a punishment, and number 8, how to describe the weather when it's sunny with clear skies, cool and dry. We have the word row. Row can be an argument, a dispute, or a line in a theater or in cinema. So row can be 2 and 4. Number 2, line of seats, for example in a cinema or classroom, and it can be number 4, an argument. See you soon and goodbye.